All right, fellas, I'm out here in the garage and I've been doing a little cleanup on Ruby. Still need to put a good coat of wax on her as we have the frog frolics coming up starting this Friday. It's a 3-day event. And boy, I tell you what, this whole week the heat is up in the mid to high 90s with a heat index of 105 to 110. So man, I tell you what, it is hot, and it's not even 10 o'clock yet and I'm getting ready to go in. The humidity is just too bad out here. But anyway, doing a little cleanup on Ruby. I think Wednesday morning I will put a coat of wax on her. Well, maybe Thursday morning. I'm going to cut my grass on Wednesday and then put a coat of wax on Ruby on Thursday. And then we'll head out to the frog pile. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning. So, and man, it's always a great show out there. If there's any kind of car you can think of, it'll be there. All right, guys, let's get into... wanted to give you a little update, bench update here. Daggone, this 55 Chevy Nomad is fighting me all the way. I got it stripped down, got a decent looking paint job on it, got the clear on it, and I was planning on doing a little wet sanding this morning, and daggone it, that paint is still soft to the touch. And I think it may have to do with all this humidity, because I think this is going on the 4th day that it has sat. And 24 hours of that was in the dehydrator at I started out at 104, and then about midway through I cranked her up to 113. But daggone it, it's still wet to the touch, and I'm pretty sure it's all this humidity. But anyway, I want to show you guys what I got here. I think she's coming out pretty killer. This is, like I said, this is the see if I can get this in focus here. Where's it at? The name of it. There it is. This is the... That's not going to let me... Anyway, it's testers. That's that little bottle. It's called Gloss Sunburst. And I mixed it 50-50 with the Unicorn Tears there, Mr. Color Leveling Thinner. And, you know, when I had paint that didn't want to dry before, I thought it might have been this... Mr. Color Leveling Thinner, because it has a retarder in it that slows down the drying process. So I bought some of the Tamiya's X28 thinner, and I got the same results with that. Paint still didn't want to dry. So I think this next time I'm gonna go back to my cheap old lacquer thinner that I buy over at the hardware store. That's what I use to clean everything with. I'm gonna try that and see if that stuff will work. Gosh, I just can't get this to dry. I think the paint actually did pretty good on drying for me, because I painted that, actually dumped this whole bottle into a mixing cup and then filled this bottle up with thinner and mixed that with the paint and stirred her up, and that's how I shot it, 50-50 at about 30 to 35 psi, somewhere in there. And I let it sit for a few days, and it went in the dehydrator, and I think it came out pretty good. It was pretty tough. But this daggone clear, this to me is X22. Man, that stuff, I don't know. I just can't get it to dry. So anyway, fellas, there she is. That's the torque thrust wheels from Jay's on eBay that I got, and then I shot those with the chrome out of the Molotov pen. I think they come out pretty killer. This now, like I said, this has not been wet sanded or polished yet. It's just got the to me X22 clear on it, and I think it come out pretty good. I mean, it's not looking too bad. It's got a killer stance on, man. I've been digging that. Here's the interior for it. I went with that. It's a caramel color. That's some of that Rust-Oleum paint. I thought that would look pretty good in there. Still haven't done the dash. I had to go ahead and glue that dash in there because the body tub was so wide, spread apart. I had to pull it together to glue it in there. So I had to get that set so I could get do some trial fitting and make sure everything was fitting right. And of course, here's the engine that I already had built up, and I had it painted that maroon color that I initially went with on its body that failed on me. But I already had this built up and painted, so I don't know if that's going to look all right with that color in there. I can't tear this thing apart and try and paint that. I'm just going to leave it, I guess. And maybe it'll look dark down in there and you won't be able to see too much of that maroon, but I guess it is what it is. But I got the bumpers all cleaned up. They turned out pretty good. I'm not sure, some of you guys that have built this kit for it, let me know. On this grill, see those two little nubs right there that are actually at the top right now? Do those nubs go up or do they go down? I don't know. It kind of fits either way, but, and see this way here, there's like a little ledge, if you can see it. So instructions are not all that clear because I'm having trouble with the hood not closing all the way, and I got it closed, but and that's with these little nubs right there being up. So you guys, if you guys have built this, let me know about that. That's kind of bothered me there. I want to know about that. Of course, guys, here's the kit. That's that new release of the '55 Chevy Nomad. Here's this daggone this thing. I can't wait to get this one. This is that 50 Olds custom, that Revell kit. That's a bad looking ride right there. And I've got the body pretty much cleaned up on it. And you know what? I really like that color. So I bought some of this. To me is TS95 pure metallic red. I thought if I put a gray primer on it, it might darken it up a little bit. It might look pretty good. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. But this kit here, man, I tell you what, the body and the parts are really crisp, really nice. And you know, it's got a great body line all the way around it, that belt line. And I may have to two-tone this one. Don't know what color. I know I'm going to go with that red on the bottom, but I don't know about the top. I don't care for that purple, but I may have to check into that and see. But I'm thinking a gray primer will help that out and darken it up somewhat. So that's what I'm going with. And then I got this old Mustang still sitting here. That's that '66 Revell '66 Mustang, and I have took the chassis from the, I'm pretty sure that was from the AMT '66 Nova Pro Street, and that engine is as well. I'm still trial fitting some different engines in there to make sure I can get that hood shut, but I think with those two carbs, that's a low profile intake, and I've got the scoop, I got the clearance underneath with the scoop. I think I can get the hood shut on that. So but that's you know, this is still in the working. I'm just not sold on the what I've done here. I had to cut this all up to get it to fit down in there on that '66 Nova pan, and I'm just not satisfied yet. So I'm still kind of tinkering with this one, but I'll get there, I guess. Hell, I don't know, fellas. All right, back to the '55 Nomad. I guess I'm going to let this thing sit for another week or so, because this whole week here in town, the humidity is from today moving forward to the weekend. It's just the humidity and the heat is just unbearable. So I don't think it's going to be a good time to try and wet sand this, but just want to show you guys where I've got on this and how she's looking. I think it's looking pretty good. And you know, for right now, I'm calling this orange, but it says gloss sunburst. But this orange, there's a lot of it. But I think once I start getting the trim on, you know, and the chrome around the windows and then the chrome strip here, bare metal foiled, I think that's going to kind of tone down that orange a little bit and make it look pretty killer. So, and I did on the front, I sanded off the little Chevy emblem they had there, because they give you a decal, and I just don't like putting decals over an embossed area that they just never do fit right. Okay guys, I think that's gonna wrap her up here. Just wanted to give a quick update and let y'all know where I'm at, and alright, I'm out of here.